We live in a time where there are no clear boundaries. We live in a time where things often seem like they're upside down. There used to be a clear moral code of what was right and what was wrong. We learned it at school. We learned it at home from our parents. We learned it in our neighborhoods. We learned it in our religious institutions. It seems like the internet may have changed all that. Now we live in a time where youth is often the teacher while looking for guidance from their elders. We live in a time where information is at our fingertips, more information than we even have time to grasp. Some of the information is good, some is bad, and some is just plain evil. We no longer know where truth reigns. We live in a time where social media is king. It has been said that nothing really happens until it's shared online. Nothing is truly important until it is shared, followed, tweeted, retweeted by hundreds, thousands, millions. How do we navigate such an untamed environment? How do our kids navigate this environment? How do we navigate this environment? 2 words: digital citizenship. Let's start by breaking down what digital citizenship means. First, digital means expressed by the digits of 0 and 1, electronic or online. Citizenship is the behaviors in terms of duties, obligations, and functions of a citizen. Going a step further, good citizenship, according to Sherrod in 2000, is the ability to move beyond one's individual self-interest and to be committed to the well-being of some larger group of which one is a member. Can you imagine that kind of online behavior happening now? Many definitions of digital citizenship exist, so many that the term has begun to lose its meaning. For the focus of this Tech Talk, I'm going to follow the lead of a 2016 study by Jones and Mitchell, and they define digital citizenship as respectful behavior online and online civic engagement. Now, notice that this definition does not include digital literacy, which is acquiring the skills to use the computer and other computer-like devices and the internet. Digital literacy skills include knowing how to make good searches, understanding privacy settings, and having protective behaviors, creating safe passwords, correctly identifying and citing sources, and avoiding spam and other email or e-scams. While these skills are important, they do not lead to respectful and civic online behavior. So let's dive deeper. What is respectful behavior? What if respectful behavior was one of the focuses of digital citizenship? Jones and Mitchell argue that instead of being focused on what bullying and cyberbullying are and how these behaviors are harmful, we should instead focus on specific online social skills. For example, how about focusing on taking a step back and practicing perspective taking? Why would a person act a certain way? Say a certain thing? What really is the intent of what is being said or done? What has been that person's experience or perspective, and why? Then how do we respond to seek to understand? What if we focused on respectful, supportive actions when witnessing disagreements in online communities in which we are involved? What if we taught skills that helped everyone see that they have control? Then we teach people that everything doesn't have to be taken so personally or be acted upon with greater hostility upon greater hostility. Instead, let's learn to step back, take a breath, and remain calm before deciding to respond or simply not to respond, which is equally and sometimes even more powerful. We spend so much time talking about bullying that we now see bullying everywhere. Clear bullying is easy to see. Disagreement is not bullying. Healthy discourse is not bullying. Name-calling, physical intimidation, and abuse of power is bullying and often harassment. Instead, youth and adults need to be taught how to have healthy, respectful discourse and debate where both sides are listening, seeking to understand, and finding common ground to move forward in a friendly way, even if they don't totally agree. This is the stark contrast to what we have been taught by watching reality television. The second part of digital citizenship is civic engagement. Civic engagement promotes behaviors that benefit the common good. Now that's an interesting concept. Not fighting for my side or just to be right, but instead fighting for the common good. These behaviors would include political participation, volunteer work, supporting charities, and sharing hobbies and interests. Kane in 2013, in a longitudinal study, found that youth who participated in non-political, interest-driven online activities predicted greater traditional civic participation and political involvement years later. The potential impact of civic engagement could influence positive social interpersonal behaviors. Mueller et al. In a 2011 study found that the positive social and emotional outcomes of civic engagement supported improved social, emotional, and leadership skills in youth. Choi in 2016 detailed 4 categories of digital citizenship. 1, digital ethics. 2, media and information literacy. 3, participation and engagement. And 4, critical resistance. While the first 2 sound like digital literacy, the final 2 connect directly to Jones and Mitchell's respect and civic engagement. Choi calls for engagement and participation in political, economic, social, and cultural activities online at the state, local, and national levels, focusing on personalized, interest-driven participation. He cautioned that youth should start with a safe and trusted blogging or social media platform. Critical resistance introduces transformative participation that challenges the status quo and promotes social justice via the internet. Both approaches promote development of civic engagement and agency, leading to active involvement for change for the common good, both online and then in person. I would like to finish by saying, let's make digital citizenship about more than being safe online, or recognizing bullying online, or knowing how to use technology. Let's make digital citizenship about being respectful online and developing democratic leadership with healthy online civic engagement. Thank you.